Okay, so there's a lot of people out there at the moment who are doing home workouts, which is great. But what we've seen a lot of is a lot of people pulling up with sore lower backs. So I wanted to give you a couple of exercises today that can fix that lower back pain from there in the comfort of your own home, I should say. So the first one is gonna target those deep abdominal muscles, and that's where we wanna start with any core exercise that you do. So lay on your back for me. Start with your hips slightly bent, your knees bent at about 90 degrees. And then from that position, I want you to try and draw your belly and your ribs down towards the floor. Keep the natural curve in your lower back, so you don't want to press down too firmly, just the natural curve in your lower back. Squeeze your ribs down gently and then slowly lift one leg, I should say, up to 90 degrees. So your hips at 90 degrees, your knees at 90 degrees, and then drop back down. You're going to repeat that on the other side. Lift up and come back down. All the while, you're squeezing those ribs in gently, keeping the natural curve in your lower back, and everything stays nice and steady. As an extension on that, you can then lift the leg up, add a little bit more load by extending the knee out, draw gradually back in, so the hips at 90, knees at 90, and then come back down. Try and complete 10 each side like that, do 3 sets, and that's your warm-up. Okay, so the next one that you're going to do, you're going to come onto all fours, but the principles around controlling your ribs and drawing your belly in stay exactly the same. So come onto all fours, your hands are beneath your shoulders and your knees are beneath your hips. So you're nice and stable like a table. That rhymes. And then with your hands firmly pressed into the floor, with your right leg, try and scrape your big toe along the floor, extending through your leg, and squeeze your bottom as you push back. Make sure you're not rocking side to side with your hips as you go back, and then slowly draw back in. So I'm going to complete on that right side again. So push that leg back, squeeze through your bum on the right, extend the leg out, and then come back in. The trick that people often fall into with this is they get into that position and they think the goal is to extend the leg up high. So the goal is to not get up here and arch through your lower back. You want to try and stay in neutral, hands pressed firmly into the floor, and then extend back out. Your challenge from there, to make it a little bit more difficult, is extend the leg out, hold it out straight, and then lift the opposite arm up, come back down with the hand, and then the leg comes back in. You'll complete that on both sides. So 10 with the right leg and the left arm, 10 with the left leg and the right arm. And again, go through that 3 times. Okay, so the third exercise in this series is an exercise called dead bugs. You're gonna come back onto your back again, and then you're going to lift both feet and knees up to 90 degrees, so hips at 90 degrees, knees at 90 degrees as well, and that's what we call tabletop. In that position, lift your hands up towards the roof, and then from there you're going to extend one leg out towards the floor and the opposite arm overhead, and then come back up. If you feel as you're doing this, alternate sides, that you're arching through your lower back, I want you to stop. If you feel like you're getting pain through your lower back, I want you to stop as well. To make it easier for yourself, what you can do is just extend the leg out a little bit higher. So rather than going low towards the floor, extend it up a little bit higher and then return back to normal. So you're alternating arms and legs as you go. Complete 10 each side, 3 sets like that. Away you go. Okay, so the fourth and final exercise in our how to prevent low back pain and how to fix your low back pain is going to be coming a little bit further up the chain. So we're going to look at your hip and your hamstring control. So in that position, I'm going to do it on my left leg and my right leg is going to come up in the air. And from here, what I want you to think about doing is hinging through your hips as you lean forward. Chest comes down towards the floor. You'll feel a little bit of a stretch in that hamstring as you go down, and there's a slight bend in the knee. And then you're going to squeeze through your bottom, squeeze through your hamstring, and stand up tall. So again, extend the right leg out, weight bearing through the left, chest goes down towards the floor, and then come back up. Once more, hinge at your hips, fold yourself in half from your hips, and then come back up. Same as before, do 10 on the left leg, then do 10 on the right leg. Complete 3 sets like that, and that'll fix your back pain.